Are you ready? I said, are you ready? You are listening to Voice of the Fans Sportscast, brought to you by none other than the voices of the fans. Discussing football, basketball, news, trending topics. The one-stop shop for all things sports. Voice of the Fans Sportscast. Hosted by none other than Ben Swift Reynolds, Taylor Gatwood, and Tyler Wright. Voice of the Fans Sportscast. Voice of the Fans Sportscast. Voice of the Fans Sportscast.
And we're back. Welcome, guys, to another episode of Voice of the Fans Sportscast with your hosts, Ben Reynolds, Taylor Gatwood, Tyler Wright. This is episode 34, guys. Hey, we making a little waves here.
It don't seem like it's been that many.
I know, right? But we making progress here. We making progress.
It's fun.
I know it's been real fun. Ever since we had that meeting, my brother had me thinking, probably going to have to upgrade real soon.
Oh, good, man. Sounds like a plan.
What you say, Tyler?
Yes, sir.
Real radio show. All right. Let's go and get into it. Over this past weekend, it was breaking news this past Sunday. Julio Jones was traded to the Titans. The Titans sent over a second-round pick in this year's draft and a fourth-round pick. And, of course, the Falcons sent over Julio and a sixth-round pick in 23rd draft, in the 23rd draft. So, what y'all think about this trade?
I like it. I like it, because they didn't have to. If they didn't have to give it a first, I probably wouldn't have liked it. But a second, I think it's worth it.
The first thing that came to my mind when I saw this trade is, wow, the Falcons were ripped off. They didn't get nothing in return for Julio.
But
nothing.
Did you see that they said that teams didn't want to pay Julio a lot of money?
But a second rounder, like not even a first.
Yeah,
they held on to first, bro.
They held on to him too long. The Falcons, they should have they didn't even need to trade him this year. Honestly, they should have traded him off like a stud year, not like a down year.
Or at least trade him before the draft.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ben did say that.
They could have done that. They could have traded him during the draft, which make more sense. Where teams that drafted receivers, now they not inclined like, hey, we really don't need that contract on our books because we got our guy. But, it's still Julio, but still you kind of like, well, we drafted a need, and if we know that Julio would be available like this, then we would trade it for Julio, and that would fulfill our need plus more.
Right.
It's just backwards, and now Falcons looking even worse than last year, in my opinion. I think it's going to really put a lot of pressure on Kyle Pitts to perform.
Think so? I think Kyle Pitts is going to have a big year now. He's going to be good for fantasy because he's going to get a lot of targets now. Because he's going to be the number 2 option behind Ridley now.
It just all depends on, how his progression goes. Everything in the NFL is not guaranteed, so he should get a lot of volume. Well, Matt Ryan did love Gonzalez when he did have a tight end.
Gonzalez.
He should get a lot of targets. But we shall see. And we see can that O-line protect Matt Ryan too?
Yeah.
You know, it's crazy. They traded the Falcons. Remember last year they traded a second-round pick for Hayden Hurst, and then now they turn around and trade Julio Jones for a second pick.
That's why I think they shouldn't went tight end. No, I feel like they had way more pressing needs than tight end.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like you probably got a lot for somebody who was trying to trade up, like the Cowboys. Maybe the Cowboys were interested in Kyle Pitts. They probably gave you a first and something else for next year, too.
I think they should have just the Falcons. They should have just. I guess the reason they took Pitts is because they were thinking about trading Julio. You know, that's probably why they took him. But they just didn't do it in the right sequence of events.
They didn't. Now I would handle this totally different. I would send a memo to all 31 teams. Julio's on the trade block right now before the draft. I let them know what I want, what I need, and whoever gave me I'm pretty sure somebody would put together a package right off the bat. Pretty sure.
Yeah.
No doubt about that. Cause I'll at least try to if I was the Saints, I'll at least try to put together a package and see. I'll just throw one in and see what happens. You know, it won't hurt just throwing in on the hook to see what you might catch. So that's what I would do. I would put together a quick package and see if I can make a play.
Julio and AJ, that's going to be pretty.
You said Julio and AJ? Yeah. So what, man, the Titans, you know, they didn't get that. It's good for them because they didn't have to give up anything. They basically kept their team intact, their core, no players, nothing like that. So now you got AJ Brown on one side and Julio on the other side, and you got remember you getting Delane Walker back, and you have Derrick Henry in the backfield. So it's a dangerous offense. Very dangerous.
Their defense, I was looking at it. It's not horrible. I mean, they picked up Bud Dupree, and I know they cut their corners, but they did sign Janoris Jenkins. I know he's getting old, but they signed. Remember, they drafted Caleb Farley in the first round, that corner.
Mm-hmm.
He's
I wanted
pretty
Fairley so bad. Fairley, I mean, he got the measurables, bro. Like he was definitely up there at the top corners in the NFL draft. I felt like the Saints should have made a play on him, but they didn't. Of course, they didn't.
I think they'll be all right.
The Titans, top 5 in the AOC.
Absolutely.
I think they'll win the AFC South.
You said AFC South?
Yeah, I think they'll win their division.
Yeah, that's the easiest division in the AFC.
Well, I mean, it's them and the Colts. The Colts could win it, but I think that might have put them over the Colts. That move.
Well, I think the Texans and the Jags are automatic victories. So
yeah, I mean that's easy
wins, right? Huh?
That's easy dubs right there.
Yeah, that's 4 wins right there. Unless the Jazz just pull one out of their magic hats and pull out a W, but other than that, I see that 4 wins. I see them sweeping those teams.
Yeah.
Must be nice.
Yeah, tell me about it. To get an easy division like that, it's always about an AFC South, NFC South, and the NFC North.
Y'all got a tough
division.
NFC, NFC East or West is the toughest one.
Yeah, the NFC West is by far the best. But other than that, the Titans, you know, they're gonna make the playoffs, but they're not winning no Super Bowl. They can forget about that. It's a nice combo, but they ain't winning no Super Bowl.
How far did they get?
Depending on who they play against, if they get the Ravens again, I think they're gonna still lose. If they get the Browns, they may beat the Browns. That's no guaranteeing that. If they get the Steelers, Steelers always play hard, except for that one exception in the playoffs last year. I think it's gonna be tough slating either way. Whoever they get, they're still gonna think it's gonna be tough. Cause still the defense ain't no slouch.
It's all on their defense. You know,
It all depends on if the Titans can stop somebody too.
Yeah, Daniel's good, but I just don't know if he can I mean, I guess he could win a Super Bowl, but I don't know. I don't think they have enough on defense to win one.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. All right, so y'all boy A-Rod is not reporting the minicamp. The word got out that he's not showing up, and how much money they're going to fine him, Gatwood?
They said $93,000, but they said they might not. It's according to the Packers. If the Packers want to fine him $93,000, they can.
I'll find the mess out of him.
Of course,
if they want to keep him. If they don't want to keep him, if they don't want to keep him, they'll go ahead and fine him. If they don't want to keep him,
I'm finding him. He's staying and leaving. I'm finding you.
Add fuel to the fire.
Yeah, kill what?
So you're gonna add fuel to the fire?
Hey, he started first. He already add fuel. When he compared the GM to Jerry Cross.
Yeah, I think it's more as like he's one player and we're an organization. You can't.
Mm-hmm. We're like we'll win before you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We're a historic franchise. You just another mark on our history.
One of the most historic franchises in the league.
Exactly. And you just another mark on it. You just passing through. Hey, take it or leave it, buddy. And he probably gonna he definitely gonna leave that money on the table. He gonna give us some money on his paycheck.
He got it. He got enough money.
Yeah, he got enough. He got plenty. He dating actresses and models and NASCAR drivers and all that type of stuff. I'm sure he got plenty. And now he might be a game show host, so he got plenty of money going around. He ain't fretting that. When he said 90,000, that what you said? How much money you said?
Oh, 93,000.
92,000, yeah.
That's so much
He ain't
money.
scared of that.
That's pocket change.
Hey, Rod, we do have donations, so you can donate $92,000 to VOL Sportscast. Just go to Swift_Legacy and go to Buy Me a Coffee, and there you go. Donate to any organization you feel to. We'll be glad to take that $92,000.
Oh, for sure.
Dustin, what's going on, bro?
Not much. What's going on?
Not much, man. I know you're here to talk about your favorite basketball player, Kawhi Leonard.
Man, what about Kawhi?
Your man crush?
Man, I don't know. Man.
I thought you had Kawhi jersey.
I don't know what you're talking about, man. I know what's that girl name from the Boondocks who's getting pimped out? I know who she is.
Oh my goodness, man.
Dustin, you never had a Kawhi Spurs jersey?
I know you had one.
I didn't. Kawhi was never my favorite player on the Spurs. I always liked Manu.
You always I thought Tim Duncan was your favorite player.
He was one of them, but my favorite player on the Spurs I like Tony, Manu, and Tim. Mm-hmm. But Manu was my favorite one to watch.
Yeah, he was cold.
Clutch. He's clutch.
All right, speaking of clutch, Kawhi Leonard carried the Clippers past the Mavericks, 126 to 111.
Man, you should have asked me to call.
The game was over by the second half. You know that, right?
Man, they were still in it.
No, you're talking about mentally. They look like, in the physical world, it look like they're still in it, but the game, you already knew the Clippers were going to win that game.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If they would have came out in the third and been aggressive and had a killer mindset, well, besides Luka, they could have pulled that out.
They could have.
He's been just like Skip, man. He hates on LeBron, but he loves on Kawhi when he does good.
What? I promise, man.
That's exactly what Skip does.
I promise, man, I'm not a Kawhi fan. Not even close to one. Do it look like I wear New Balance?
Nobody wears New Balance.
I don't even think Kawhi's family wears New Balance. I think the only way Kawhi wears them things because he has to.
He said he has to. I imagine wearing a brand that you don't even like.
I 150% guarantee you that Kawhi does not sign back with New Balance after his contract is up.
LeBron ain't driving around no Kia.
Who driving the Kia?
He's on those Kia commercials. LeBron.
Oh, okay. Oh, I don't watch commercials.
I got a hot take though.
What's that?
It's Luka's fault.
I can't understand. I can agree with that. Cause he was like trying to do too much, man. He was trying to carry that team by himself. I'm like, bro, you gotta get your other teammates involved. You got to.
When he get gas in the fourth quarter and it's time for somebody else to get buckets, they can't do it.
He took a horrible shot, man. He took a horrible shot.
Same as it's just the same.
It is. Watching NBA playoffs made me realize how much inadequate so many players' understanding of the game is.
Well, I can't blame Luka for that. I gotta blame the coach for that.
Yeah,
because Luka's only 22. You know what you expect him to do. That's on the coach. Because I mean, even if they had beaten the Clippers, they probably would have gotten swept the next round. Because I mean, it was just all Luka. But to win the playoffs, man, you got to actually have some momentum. The offense, you can't just have one person just dominating the ball and then just kicking it out every time. I mean, it can work, a few games, but eventually, you're going to have to, have some momentum to your offense. That's why Golden State was so good. That's why Brooklyn is good, especially with James Harden. That's on the coach. He should have, because I mean, Tim Hardaway and especially Porzingis, man, you can't just give them the ball every once in a while and expect them to, be in rhythm to make shots. Right.
They're setting that boy up in the corner like an ornament.
Yeah.
Like a statue, like, hey, go stand in that corner.
Man, pretty much. That's pretty much.
Man, I feel like they should have got Luka some better shot selection. Like, he can't be taking like fadeaway shots all the way out to the 3-point line.
Let me see. He put Luka in that Mary Catherine Gobro offense.
They're giving the ball, everybody get out the way.
Yo, I don't care which side of you. I don't care if you pull up from half court. Yeah, don't pass the ball to nobody. Just shoot it. We don't care. Just shoot it. It's all yours.
And y'all seen that Porzingis got a problem with his role. He came out and said he got a problem with his role on the team.
Yeah, because they're not using him right, man.
Everything is Luka pick and roll.
Pick and roll. Go ahead, Todd. They were doing what?
That was Dustin talking.
Oh, go ahead, Dustin. They were doing
I was just saying. He just said he felt like he feels like an afterthought rather than a co-star.
Mm-hmm.
Well, is he not? Is he not a co-star?
That he doesn't feel like one, and he doesn't look like one.
That's two different things. If you don't feel like one, but you sure do looking like one, that's.
That's what I'm saying. He didn't look like one, and he doesn't feel like one. So, I mean, like I was saying, man, he come over to the Spurs, man. He can be the star. He can be
the Aldridge, huh?
Yeah.
you know how Aldridge, you know, he was like declining, and he went to Spurs, and he brought a little spark with him, you know.
I mean, when he first got to Spurs, he wasn't declining. When he first got to the Spurs, he was in his prime, coming out of Portland.
Mhm.
He could always ball with the Spurs over me.
Yeah, it fits him.
You knew what you were going to get from Aldridge every night.
You get 20 and 10, easy.
Yeah.
Guaranteed.
He can get that in his sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Is it like Dallas? Their play calling was horrible. Dumb passes leading to fast breaks, and I feel like they could have controlled the paint if they wanted to. They really could have, but no, they want to sell for outside shooting.
Yep.
How tall Porzingis? 7 foot.
Like 7'3", I think.
Yeah, 7'3".
Mm-hmm.
How tall is Bowman?
I think you like 7'5".
That was the advantage word, really. The man was in the paint, and they didn't take advantage of that. No, they want to set up for outside 3 shootings and long fadeaways. I mean, they cooled off. I mean, it worked the last couple games because they was on fire. But this game, they wasn't. They were breaking all their shots.
Because nobody had rhythm, and that's what they did. They waited. They let Luka get his. Luka gonna get his. He gonna get his 40. But when the fourth comes, they gonna get the switch and let him switch on the Kawhi on defense, and Kawhi gonna kill him every time.
Every time.
That's why Chris Paul would have been perfect for the Mavs too.
Yep.
Well, you didn't like Tim Hardaway Jr.?
You get what I'm saying? Like Chris Paul he knows how to. If you're missing threes, Chris Paul's gonna come in and do his thing and make some mid ranges and slow the pace of the game down. That's why he's so good to have.
Yeah, and Tim Hardaway, he's not really a point guard. He's more of a shooting guard.
Yeah.
Catch and shoot.
And Chris Paul knows how to get his teammates going. Luka's gonna have to learn that.
Right.
Okay, let me stop y'all right there. That's something wrong with Devin Booker. He's limping.
Oh no.
Yeah, he just turned the ball over and he was hobbling a little bit. It seemed like he got a little slow in his walk. He's kind of gimpy a little bit. That's bad for him.
I'd be sick if that happened. That'd ruin the playoffs.
All right. Tell me about it. All right, let's get back to the Clippers. So Kawhi, you know, he made a lit man. He came down and knocked down some clutch threes. I was like, man, he's stroking that thing. And then he was killing them in the short game on the elbow. Then he would come down court and just dribbling between legs and pulling up in front of Luka. It was pretty dang on disrespectful how he was doing Luka.
Yes, easy bucket.
Like you felt like they could have switched. Like they felt like that Luka versus Leonard matchup wasn't going well. They should have made adjustments.
And they kept switching the screen.
They were double teaming Kawhi. Game 5, they were double teaming Kawhi every time he touched the ball. But I don't know why they got away from that. I'm telling you, man, the problem with Rick Carlisle, but Mark Cuban not gonna let him go. But it's time to let Rick Carlisle go.
Ooh,
it's about that time. Dang, that's. I mean, he took him to the playoffs, man. He been doing good. They young team.
I mean, it's just over. I mean, when was the last time the Mavs were relevant? Like 2010, 12, something like that.
Yeah, like since
like a legit championship contender.
Well, they said, or actually today, Kendrick Perkins did a whole thing about Rick Carlisle today, and he was saying the Mavericks need a new head coach.
Is it really on the coach or just on Well, yeah, it probably is on coach. Cause the plays, there were no plays after a while. There was no pressure.
Not all. You just giving it to Luka and just okay, Luka, man, go do your thing.
You got any good things to say about the Clippers?
Nope.
Nothing on Paul George. Paul George looked pretty good out there.
Mm-hmm.
He stepped up when he was called on.
Yeah. Kawhi really took it home though, as he should. He's the star.
He is.
I still don't feel like Paul George can call him to a playoff pick though.
Man, imagine if the Clippers had the Paul George from the Pacers that gave LeBron trouble.
Man,
I think they'd be clear favorites then.
I think he's better now than he was then.
You think so?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. You seem like he had a little more grit back with the Pacers.
I'm saying as a player, as a strictly basketball, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like he has better skills than he did with Indiana, but I feel like he doesn't have as dominant, like you said, grit or as much of a killer mentality than he did with Indiana.
Mm-hmm. Nah, it seemed like he wanted the spotlight. He wanted everything on his shoulders. That's why he gave LeBron and them boys so much trouble. Now, they knew what they had to go against Paul George. They knew what was going to happen.
They had a good team though, a really good team.
You said Indiana?
Yeah, they had a really good team.
Yeah, they did. God, didn't they take LeBron to 7 games?
Yep.
Man, it just couldn't.
They had Roy Hibbert and all them.
Mm-hmm.
George Hill.
Lance Stevenson.
Yep.
Yeah, Lance Stevenson. How that man out of the NBA?
It was funny because Indiana actually drafted Kawhi Leonard.
Yep.
You know, Spurs traded George Hill and I think one other player for Kawhi.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, doesn't have nothing to say good about the Clippers. So that next matchup is versus the Jazz, right?
Yeah.
No, not the Jazz.
It's the Jazz.
No, the Jazz.
No.
Hey, y'all know something else though? The Rockets, they had the 13 and 14 picks and picked Marcus and Markieff Morris back to back, and then the 15th pick was Kawhi.
What?
Oh wow.
Yeah, so we could add Kawhi too.
So who do the Clippers have? They have it right the first time. The Jazz.
Yeah, Clippers is. Yeah.
Yeah, I had it right the first time. The Jazz. Okay. All right. Who y'all have winning that matchup?
Clippers.
Jazz and 6.
Clippers.
Dustin gonna pick anybody besides the Clippers.
I'll say Clippers.
Since I chose the Jazz to go to the NBA playoffs, I'm picking the NBA finals. I'm going with the Jazz.
I hope Rose. I can't stand him.
Rudy Gobert.
Yeah, he's trash.
What did he do to you?
I hate the way he plays, man. He's soft.
Man, I know.
Man, y'all throwing hate on this show for no reason.
Man, he was up there touching out on mics, bro. Like it was a joke, bro. You remember that?
Oh, that's why you
the only thing I didn't like about Rudy Gobert is that I think one year he didn't win Defensive Player of the Year and he started crying.
Well, that was when he didn't make the All-Star team.
Oh, when he didn't make the All-Star? Yeah. He started crying. I was like, man, what's wrong with you, man? I would have slapped him, man. Like, what's wrong with you, man? Bro?
Oh, my God. Well, y'all throw a lot of hate and shade on this show, boy. Y'all sound like the shade room.
Man, that's you. You throw the most shade. Man, you throw the most shade.
So if LeBron started crying because he didn't win MVP or so, you wouldn't destroy him.
I sent so many memes.
He would DM LeBron.
Yeah, I remember I coming on LeBron page before on Instagram, and God, he took down his Twitter. I said, yeah, you better take down your Instagram too.
You are wild, bro.
Oh man. Oh, so many people like that comment.
But I think the X factor, and if Jordan Clarkson plays well, I give the advantage to the Jazz.
Yeah, because he did win 6 Man of the Year. He ain't winning it for no reason. And when the Jazz get hot, they get hot. And it just all depends on if they can stop Paul George and Kawhi Leonard. And I want to see how they're going to use Rudy Gobert, because sometimes he can be a liability on the offensive side of the ball. So I want to Jazz to go small or big.
The Jazz they're gonna have to put him in the middle anyway. Because what's gonna happen? They're gonna put Rudy Gobert in the pick and roll, and he can't move his feet, and they're gonna kill him just like that. That's why the Clippers gonna win.
That's why I feel like they probably need to go small. I feel like he don't need to be on the court, because the Clippers are not a big team.
Nope.
They run a lot of small ball. So I think
Serge Ibaka healthy?
I haven't heard no reports.
So. Who do you think be elite? Who'd be getting the pick and roll for them? Because Zubac ain't really playing either. They've been playing small.
Oh, yeah, they've been putting Morris at the center.
Yeah, Morris has been getting a lot of play time lately in the playoffs, and he's been stepping up.
Zubac only played 2 minutes last game. They ain't even really been playing the center. They're going straight small ball, it looks like. I guess because when Serge Ibaka gets back, if he gets back, that would be a huge boost.
Yeah.
Right. I like the Jazz bench better than the Clippers bench right now, especially if Mike Conley plays.
Oh, Mike Conley been awesome.
Clippers got Jordan Clarkson and Joe Ingles coming off the bench.
And Jazz had that other guy, I forgot his name, but he made a couple of big shots for him in the Memphis game. Like, Jazz actually got some shooters. And Mike Conley, oh my word, that dude was balling. Ja Morant, he had his hands full. He would give that youngster a tour, for real. He like, this how you play.
They said Serge Ibaka might be back sometime this series, but he's not going to play game 1.
Oh, okay. Yeah, what's that dude? I can't pronounce the name. Bojan?
Bogdanovic?
Yeah, that night every shot he took, he was open, he was knocking it down.
Watch him. He's sneaky athletic too. Like sneaky athletic.
Yeah, he is. He like Joel Ingles' cousin. For real.
Yeah, because the Clippers, man, besides Rondo, well, I guess are they starting Rondo now, or are they?
No, they don't even give Rondo good playing time for some reason.
They don't give him time to get situated in the fall with the first team.
Yeah, Reggie Jackson
had a
was
pretty
starting
bad
point
game.
guard.
Yeah, see, they started. I mean, the Clippers started 5. I mean, that's pretty much all they got for the most part.
Yeah, that's the only reliable one. I mean, they could play Rondo, and then they play that Luke Kennard dude a pretty decent amount off the bench, but he's not really. I think he's kind of a liability on defense. And Pat Bev ain't even playing.
Well, you know what they're doing. They starting Reggie Jackson at point.
I don't Pat Bev play no more.
Pat, that's just enough is enough, Pat. Man, you just getting the buried. Yeah.
Yeah, if you want 0 points, then that's why he's not playing. But Reggie Jackson been starting. He been playing point
He'll
guard.
play this series probably to guard Mitch. Luka was killing him.
Man, Clippers, man, that's a long series to go 7 games.
Yeah, and then Jazz, man, they've had time to rest.
To rest. Mm-hmm.
Watch them.
They had time to get situated, watch tape. They had time to watch the Clippers and Dallas games. Clippers are gonna have a tough call because, like I said, I feel like they were taking, just like how Leonard and on board taking Dallas not seriously. I feel like they're gonna do the same thing to Jazz when they see us starting to line up. They're like, man, these boys ain't athletic. Sure, okay. It's like some of them boys you see at the YMCA, some 4-year-old men. Like, man, they ain't gonna do nothing. Unless they putting your eyes out.
Yeah, like it was this one dude, bro. One time he was in jeans. Oh my God, he was getting buckets.
Hey, it's just like in the PO game, you see somebody walk over like, hey, guys, can I play? I'm like, yeah, man. He on your team. Next that dude dropping buckets on everybody.
But he was getting, but he had cornrows and he wore jeans.
Man, yeah, I would look down like, this dude ain't about to do nothing.
Man, when we used to hoop at the NBA, there was, this short white kid named Bill. Man, dude didn't look like he could play work. Man, dude looked like he should be trading Yu-Gi-Oh! Pokemon cards or something, man. That little white dude could play. He came to Mississippi State basketball camp, too. Man, that little white dude could play. Man, he was quick. He could shoot.
Yeah. Them been the deadly ones, the one you just overlook. You're like, man, okay. All right, guard him. He score on your face. He score on you. Like, all right, that's just luck. Score again. He's like, okay. You thought pulling your shorts up. He's like, all right, time to play some defense. Oh man.
Wow,
but yeah, that's gonna be a good series. What y'all think about the 76ers losing to the Hawks?
I was surprised.
Trae Young is for real.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was
shooters are for real.
Man, he was hitting them in everybody's face. I thought they were going to give him a little trouble. With taller defenders, I was wrong.
Being a Sixers fan has to be the most frustrating fan base, honestly, right now. Like, that's got to be tough, man.
Yeah, I agree, because looking at on paper, looking at it, it looks like it should be an easy round for Philadelphia.
Yeah. But clearly it wasn't. No, the Hawks, they were just making their shots, man. They were 42% from 3-point line in that game. And the 76ers shot 34%.
Yeah.
The Hawks were 51% from the field goal.
That's crazy.
What? Yeah, cause what? And and this is another telling stat right here. The Hawks was 95% from the free throw line. The 76ers was 68.
It's Ben Simmons, bro. He went 2 for 10 in that game from the free throw line.
Hey, do you bench this guy? Like, do you even throw him in a lineup anymore?
You got to keep him in the lineup, but in late game situations, you can't have him on the court. You can't make a free throw.
He's been a huge liability. Cause they lost by 4 points.
He is being a huge liability, but I agree with I think it was Shaq that was saying you can't take him out. It just killed his confidence.
What confidence? He already looked, but before he gets up to the free throw line, he looked defeated.
Oh no, man! I just don't know how you could be an NBA player and be that bad at free throws. Because I remember me and Ben, basketball Coach Cable, he used to make us make 12 in a row.
Yeah, for anything. Before you can move on, you gotta make your free throws. We shot free throws before and after.
Even Shaq could go up there and make one, bro.
One or two or something, not miss two.
But that's the thing.
Sometimes Shaq would hit both.
Shaq would actually make his late game free throws when the game was online. Shaq would actually hit.
I never seen nothing like it. I'm trying to say that dude like he about to cry. Like, please don't make me shoot a free throw. Please. Anybody but me. That's what for real. That dude eyes get big. He hold his head out. He walk. Like, this dude done. He ain't gonna make none.
Man, dude, 16. He ain't that far away from the basket. I mean, come on now.
Man, he can't. What he doing after warm ups? After they come out from the second half, what he doing?
What is he doing in the offseason?
I was just saying, look, you coming back, you come into the second half, and soon you got another warm ups, a little warm up in between the game, between the second half. I'll start shooting free throws. What is he doing with his time?
I don't know, because Stephen A. and some other analysts continue to say like, it's the only thing keeping him from being the next LeBron is like a jump shot. But man, he's been in the league for like 4 or 5 years now, and he still his game is exactly the same as when he came in his rookie year. Nothing has changed. So you got to think about what in the world is he doing during his off season. And I mean, even when they had those little pickup games in the summer. Like at Rico Hines and Carmelo's gym up in New York, Drew League. And he plays the exact same way. Like, he's not even taking jumpers when he's playing, just pickup.
And
that's the time to build up your confidence with taking them. And I'm sure, he got, I would hope he has, trainers and all that like everybody else has. But it doesn't mean anything if you're not going to, practice it and build your confidence up in, a live game situation.
I know, man, because if you're not practicing, then it's not going to translate over to the game. He need to call lethal shooter. He need to look that man up. Something. Because this is just bad.
Hey, bro, I'm not gonna lie,
he came in the league with a chip on his shoulder.
People with some ugly shots that he get them to go in. I don't know how he does it.
What'd you say, Tyler?
He came in the league like he was a superstar already. To me, I think that's what it is. But he came in like, I'm already this good. Why do I have to change my game? That's the vibe I get from him.
He's like very nonchalant.
Yeah. But you don't even work on your shot, man.
Pay me, man. Pay me work on my shot.
I'm getting up like Kobe. I mean, it's just like, man, I guess some NBA players, some play in the NBA, and have aspirations of being, one of the greatest, going to the Hall of Fame, winning championships, and you got some guys who's just happy to get there, and they fall more in love with the fame and the perks of being in the NBA than the actual game. I think he may be in that category.
That's just sad, man, that they don't have the work ethic to get better. Like, they have all the potential in the world, but they don't have the work ethic. They don't have the work ethic to get better and to progress. I've got that quote, that what Coach Kelby used to say about potential. But he used to have this interesting saying. I can't remember right now, but it just remembering to always grind, like in practice, man. You guys does in practice. We always win 100%. We grind like crazy, and huh?
We have a choice.
Man, we didn't have a choice. We grind. We went 100 miles per hour or nothing.
He was gonna get out of you.
And like me, like we all of us play sports. We not getting we not getting paid, but we grinding, man. Like if you love something, then you gonna grind and try to be the best you can be, regardless if you made it to the top or not. And I feel like when you make it to the top, that's even more reason to grind because people want you to fail. People want to knock you off. People gonna try to test you. And that's just more fuel to fire, in my opinion. I think once you reach the top, I think that should be even better. Nah, you automatically have a Jordan mentality, a Kobe mentality, Tim Duncan, all the other greats. They have these mentalities like I'm just come out here and kill you. Like I'm at the top, you want to try and knock me off, and I'm taking. You gotta come put in some work to do that.
Yeah, it's like they get to the league and like, okay, I made it, but it's like it's still levels.
Yep.
It don't make no sense. And they need Ben Simmons, dude. They need him to just make free throws. If he make his free throws, they win this game. Just make a free throws, dog.
He just be an average free throw shooter, bro, to where they can't value.
Yes.
65%.
Exactly, man. He goes 65%, man.
At least 50. Like, you ain't got to be 50%.
But 2 for 10, bro.
Man, that's just aggravating when I'm watching that game. But kudos to the 76ers. They fought their way back despite the early struggles, the defensive breakdowns. Embiid was start putting in his work with the fancy Hakeem Olajuwon footwork, and he was killing them. Trying to bring his team back, and salute to him because when your partner ain't doing his job, everything fall on you, and he took advantage of it, and they almost came back.
Y'all know what Ben Simmons is? Y'all know what his free throw percentage is this playoffs? Ben Simmons
35%.
It's 34%.
Oh, I was close. I watched the games. I knew it was horrible.
34.
I knew it was horrible.
But he went like 5 for 20 last series, bro.
Oh my God. Hey, you know what I do about coach? I tell Ben Simmons, I say, you see Curry over there? He gonna be starting. You better get your act together. Cause Curry was knocking out some big time shots.
And Curry ball.
You gonna be out of there the next day.
I say you gonna be out.
Hey, hey, Doc gonna tell you, that's my son-in-law too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know you're gonna be starting right if you don't get your act together. Cause Curry is making Ben Simmons look like a bomb.
Hey, do y'all remember this kind of? But do y'all remember last series when he played for the Mavs last year?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And Curry was talking all that mess to Paul George. Y'all remember that?
Yeah.
Well, Paul George used to date Doc's daughter. Yeah.
Oh.
And he cheated on her.
Mm-hmm.
Curry, when Seth was giving him buckets, he was calling them all kind of B-words. So he
was?
Yes.
I heard Paul George was a dog. I heard Paul George. There was a rumor that Paul George slept with Roy Hibbert's girlfriend. They would call Roy Hibbert to lead the Pacers.
I don't know. I feel like Paul George, he wanted to. I feel like he like a Rob Kardashian almost, where he, these
moody
strippers and groupies take him for a ride.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Hey, all right, so I just looked at the 76 stats. Curry, he played 30. He actually got more playing time. He got 36 minutes, and he scored 21 points. He was 7 for 12 from the field, and he was 5 from 9 from 3-point. And Ben Simmons played 37 minutes, and he had 17 points. He was 7 from the field goals, no 3-pointers. He had 5 turnovers. Curry had 0.
Yeah, Curry's solid.
You know what I'm saying? Ben Simmons, he's missing free throws and the 5 turnovers, man.
Oh, back to Paul George just for a second. He is in fact engaged to a stripper.
Of course,
I'm not gonna say nothing on that.
Yeah, bro. Hey, love is love, bro.
Remember right. Remember right. I'm not gonna say nothing on that.
He said, "Love is love, man."
It's Pride Month. If you want that there.
Oh my God, bro.
All right. We got to move on.
Hey, I gotta chill, bro.
It's time to move on.
Oh, y'all gotta watch ourselves, man.
What?
All right, so tonight games, the Nets manhandled the Milwaukee Bucks. Them boys, Giannis and them, they didn't know what happened to them. They just saw raining threes. That's all they saw. They were trying to go 3 from 3. The Nets, KD would come down, knock down 3. Then here come the Bucks. Middleton trying to shoot 3. They missed, and the Nets come back down there. Joe Harris shoot 3, make it. Then the Bucks come back down the court, try to shoot 3, and Drew Holiday missed. They were trying to trade threes for threes. Come on, man. You're not gonna outshoot the Nets. They were taking horrible shots, turnovers. Giannis having trouble at the 3-point, at the field goal, at the free throw line. The score was 125-86. They didn't hit 90. Going into the second half, they had like 35 points.
No, it's just gonna be a sweep, man. It's just Brooklyn's just too much, man. I mean, don't get me wrong.
My bad. They had 40-some points.
I give credit for Giannis to trying to guard KD. I mean, good gosh, man. That was just KD was making Giannis look bad. Man, look real bad.
Giannis is a fraud, man.
He is not a fraud.
Bro, he stole James
Harden. Man.
He stole James Harden's MVP, bro.
Dude, no, he didn't. Dude was a monster, man.
Harden averaged 36 a game and didn't get the MVP, man.
Look at that Rockets team, too.
Okay.
What do you say, Tom?
That Rockets team wasn't that good, bro.
Man, they wasn't that good, but I'm saying, though. I'm saying, Giannis was doing it on both sides of the ball.
Dude, Giannis is a fraud, dude. They always get exposed in the playoffs every year, dude. Giannis he's not going to win the championship.
Did you not
being the number one?
Gatwood. Did you not watch
He's just
the
like
game?
Ben Simmons. Shoot. He can't shoot, man.
He don't need to shoot.
He can't be a number one.
I wouldn't call him a fraud. They just need to use him in a different way. He can't be the ball handler. He can't shoot.
I was saying they team just a good regular season team. Like they team built for a regular season.
Yeah, he got Middleton and Drew Holiday, and Middleton he couldn't buy a bucket.
I think they're good for the playoffs. I just think he can't be the main ball handler, bro. He can't shoot.
All right, let me tell you how bad this is. I watched the game, and just in case y'all didn't watch the game. Middleton, 7 from 20 from the field. Drew Holiday, 6 from 10 for the field. Brook Lopez, 4 from 10 for the field. All right. They had a lot of turnovers, a lot of bad passes. They had 16 turnovers. Nets only had 8. They was 29% from the 3-point line. Guess how good the Nets was from the 3-point line. They were 50%. I
No,
mean,
the Bucks.
huh?
The Bucks need Dame Dollar. That's what they need.
They need a pure scorer. That's what they need.
That's what I'm saying. Giannis can't be
Yeah,
number one.
they need a pure scorer.
They need Dame Dollar.
They can't win with Giannis being a number one. Giannis will never win a championship being a number one.
You can say same thing about Harden. They Rockets didn't win nothing when he was number one though.
Okay. I mean, that doesn't mean that. I'm saying, like, Giannis, like, Harden, literally, you have to have somebody else to beat those teams. He does. He has Drew Holiday and Chris Middleton.
But they stunk it up tonight. I mean, it was bad. I don't know if I told y'all the score of the game, but the score of the game was 186 to 125.
All you have to do is when Giannis, all you have to do is back up off him and, like, just wait till he comes to the paint. That's it. Because he can't shoot.
I mean, that's nothing wrong with that. He can.
There is. That's why he got to play off the ball. He can't bring the ball down the court. You can't shoot.
Exactly. They need to let him get situated in the paint, and that's where he do most of the damage. That's where they need shooters that can actually make it in the playoffs, not in the regular season, in the playoffs. When you dominate in the paint area, they open up 3-point lines. They trying to drive and kick.
He's too quick for. He's too big for a guard, and he's too quick for a traditional big man. He's a matchup nightmare.
I mean, he is. I would compare him nowhere. I'm not saying he's anywhere as dominant, but I would compare him to a young Shaquille O'Neal. But even a young Shaquille O'Neal needed Penny. Even, as he got older, he needed Kobe. And he needed D-Wade.
Mm-hmm.
Giannis doesn't have a Penny.
I agree.
Giannis doesn't have a D-Wade. Giannis doesn't have a Kobe.
He got a bunch of Dennis Scott.
Did you just say Dennis Scott?
Yeah, yo. That's what he got a whole bunch of.
A bunch of Scott Skiles.
Yeah. Exactly what you have.
You could at least give him a Nick Van Exel.
Ooh, he was nice.
I know. Not even you think Eddie Jones, like, even Eddie Jones was a baller.
That's exactly what Middleton is, and Eddie Jones.
Middleton sucked. He was sucking it up this series, man. I don't know.
He always
I know he don't suck, but he's sucking it up this series.
In the playoffs, he's known for not playing good in the playoffs.
Yep.
They just need to add some more, like you said, they need to get one more superstar. Like Dame would be perfect. And add some shooters, add some guys that just spot up. Like a Joe Harris, or even like how the Jazz got a couple spot up shooters. They need spot up shooters for that type of guy. Cause Giannis, he gonna draw double teams.
Mm-hmm.
So when you have a player that can draw double teams, you need spot up shooters, and you need slashers. They don't have a slasher. They really don't have a spot up shooter. Man, hate to see it. They manheld the Heat, and now they about to get swept. I'm not seeing nothing. They look defeated already. Going into the third, they look defeated.
Well, I mean, they were. Man, it's nothing they can do with Brooklyn. You might as well go ahead and just start. I hope they GM getting on the phone trying to make some moves right now because this is over with.
It is.
They trade.
I mean, imagine if
Middleton and Drew for Dame.
Did y'all do that?
Trade Middleton and Drew for Dame.
Yeah, I get some more shooters. You can grab shooters, spot up shooters from anywhere, and some guys that can slash and cut and pass.
The Blazers would do that?
Huh?
Y'all think the Blazers would do that?
I don't
Nah.
think the Blazers.
Yeah, they
Not,
do have a.
not unless Dame just came out and just said, "God, I gotta get out of here." But I don't. That's not Dame style.
And then I want to say that trade going down because they already got a player like that in C.J. McCollum.
Yeah, they not trading Dame for nothing less than a top 5 player. I wouldn't.
I mean, that would have basically what the Pelicans did. Gave up AD for a bag of chips and soda.
They gave up. They got a few. They built for the future though when AD left.
But they were already gonna get Zion. I mean, that was a given. But
yeah, but they got a young Bi, Josh Hart, nice. They built for the future, and they got a bunch of picks. I think, if I'm not mistaken.
Hey, and Lonzo had a good season.
Yeah, and Lonzo.
Man,
okay, Lonzo had let's establish this. Lonzo had a much better season than Kyle Kuzma. I think we can safely
No
say
doubt. No doubt about that.
Lonzo out of here again. He only to the third team.
Yeah, all I know is they're not going
to
title.
LeBron about to trade.
What do you say, China? Did you say China?
Yeah, man, they've been talking about
China.
They saying Kyle Kuzma gonna have to sign with the Shanghai Titans.
Man, I was gonna tag in the thread I was reading on ESPN today, and they were spitting straight facts. They said, and look, some guy pointed out the same thing I said on the pod, and y'all like, what? No, man. So you trying to say this? Like I said, Tatum, when he was in his sophomore year, he was in a slump, and Kuzma had a better year than I forget the name. Mine just went blank, but he had a better year than him.
Then Jason Tatum?
Yeah, the Jason Tatum. Tatum had a slump year, and Kuzma outgrinding him, or outshining him. Look it up.
Okay.
Yeah, well, I know you like looking at stats. Look it up.
Please don't compare
Jason Tatum. Though. That's not this year. All I know is
I'm saying LeBron stumped his growth.
Dropping 50. Okay.
That's 1 year. He's been mid every other year besides that.
LeBron makes people better, Ben.
Not everybody.
That's their fault.
I don't know how I feel. I don't know about that statement anymore, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Not everybody. He traded Bi, right? All right. See, look at all the guys he got rid of. He got rid of Lonzo. He got rid of Randall. He got rid of Ingram. Right?
Yeah.
He won a ring.
Yeah.
So, did KCP play better? No.
It was worth it, though. They won a ring.
It was a fluke in a bubble.
Like, I put it like this. I probably wouldn't know who KCP was if not for LeBron James.
well, yeah, you would, cause he came out of jail. Remember, it was on like all the time in jail. And that's how I knew who he was, cause he was coming from jail. So I was like, okay.
He had the ankle bracelet on.
Yeah. LeBron clearly didn't make this team better. He quit on him in the third quarter.
LeBron minimizes everybody's game around him because he's such a big star. He's like a walking system.
I think
so
this
when
is
you
the
put
perfect
LeBron
time for
on
me
your
to
team,
say this. I
what?
think this is the perfect time for me to say this. Matt, one of my good friends, Matt, made a good observation. LeBron is not a star anymore. He's a role player. He's a great role player.
Come on, bro.
He's a great role player. The only thing that get him his shine right now is his name only. He can't carry a team like a superstar anymore. He can't do that.
Okay,
you just said LeBron James is a role player right now?
He's the best role player right now. He can't carry like he used to.
Ben, that's absurd.
That's not absurd. He needed AD. He needed AD last year. He needed AD this year. He cannot do it by himself anymore. With Cleveland. Y'all always like bring up Cleveland. He carried that Cleveland team, right? He cannot do this anymore.
Okay, just because you can't carry a team anymore does not make you a role.
You're not all-star anymore. I'm sorry.
He's an all-star, Ben.
All-star.
Please. Think about
His name, guys. His name.
Ben, that's the
Kerry
craziest thing I've ever.
So
I thought your Tom Brady takes were terrible.
Yeah, that's a bad take, man. I ain't gonna lie to you.
No,
that's the worst take I've ever heard.
I was like, you're right.
Bro, Matt's an idiot. I don't know who Matt is.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I agree.
No, how? Look at the facts, guys. I mean, it's right in front of y'all.
Matt did not. He wasn't serious, bro.
Said LeBron James. I mean, I'm not even a LeBron James fan, really. I mean, I respect his greatness, but to say that's just blasphemy.
How? Y'all not giving me the evidence to tell me otherwise. That he cannot carry a team. That it's his name that bringing the stardom. He cannot carry a team. Just like Kobe. When Kobe was on decline, Kobe couldn't carry no team anymore. His name brought him to stardom.
Kobe could never carry a team by himself, ever.
Tyler.
So what you telling me is that Julius Randle is better than LeBron James.
He's not a star. No, he's on the same. No, he's not.
He also
level.
Level. Julius Randle did this for 1 year, guys. Y'all already anointed him a superstar or a star, wherever y'all gonna give him.
You just said LeBron is a role player and not an all-star or a superstar. Julius Randle
is not a superstar. Hold on, define a superstar, guys. Okay, it's Dillard.
You just said he wasn't an all-star. You just called him a role player.
Yeah, he is. He at best, that's what he's good at now. So be good at what you're good at, LeBron. You're not a superstar anymore. You decline.
Yeah, there's no way you're
gone. It's gone. You may be just a star. I give him that. He made just because of his name.
Nah.
When you can, okay, reel me this, guys. Reel me this.
Reel
me this. When you say I need other stars to come play with me, and nobody budge, except for AD, that's not a red flag.
What does that have to do with him being a superstar?
Oh, come on.
That's because that's a lot of that is outside of basketball though. Because when you playing with LeBron, that spotlight when they don't talk about you every single day. Yes, they are. If you play with LeBron, you're gonna be a topic on SportsCenter every day.
That's a cop out, man.
No, when you play with, you said this yourself, Ben. When you play with LeBron, if y'all lose, it's your fault. But if y'all win, it's all because of him. And a lot of NBA players don't know how to take that.
Come on, man. No, cause a lot of fans, when LeBron wins, a lot of fans still don't give him credit. So it's going both ways here.
Man,
okay, guys, hold on, answer this. Can he carry a team?
No, but that doesn't make you a role player. Not anymore.
It don't make you okay. You can't carry a team. It doesn't make you a role player. So that if you can't carry a team that make you you still all-star. I'm not gonna use the word all-star. You still a superstar.
So Giannis is a role player too. He can't carry a team.
Obviously, because they in the playoffs.
This man just
got the playoffs.
No, AD, man. Without AD, the Lakers, they probably not gonna. They barely got in. They finished at the 7th seed. Like I called, right in reap it. I called that out. I said they're gonna be the 7th seed. Y'all said no. That's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. I called that out. That's why I'm calling this out.
Is Ben Simmons a role player too?
How he playing right now? He might well. Curry's gonna take his spot.
Hey, Ben, the logic I'm seeing here is if you can't carry a team, you're a role player.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So y'all have a low bar for superstars. I see. When I see a superstar, I see somebody that automatically carry their team to the playoffs, elevate them. They might not win a championship, but they elevating the team all the way to the playoff. If it weren't for AD coming to the Lakers, they might not even make the playoffs.
They were in the playoffs when AD wasn't there. He got hurt. LeBron got hurt.
And LeBron's been hurt.
Guys.
LeBron wasn't even healthy in these playoffs.
LeBron is the reason that the Lakers made the playoffs. AD didn't come back to dang near the end of the year. LeBron is the reason they even made
that's what I'm saying with AD. But AD did play some this season. They got some to win.
No. What you just said was a superstar is a player that can elevate their team to make the playoffs. And LeBron had elevated his team to make the playoffs. Because when they lost him, when LeBron went down with that ankle injury, that's when they started losing 3-4 games in a row.
I've never seen so many excuses in my life.
Yeah, look, team through team, and we'll say who the superstars are. All right, the Hawks. Is Trae Young a superstar?
Yes. Now look what he's doing for the Hawks.
Okay, the Celtics. Jason Tatum's a superstar.
Yes. Now look what he did for the Celtics.
The Nets, they have 3 superstars.
Well, I feel like some of these guys get a superstar, status on there because of their names or what they did. I really do.
I think Bron's so great that he carried all these teams. That seriously, that the bar is high. The bar is so high for LeBron when he can't. I'll even say he's not that anymore, but he's still a very, very, very good player. Top 3.
Good player, yes. Very good player.
Great player. A great player. Top 3.
Don't tell you, no, he's a good player.
All right, Ben. You said that, all right, we agree that Trae Young's a superstar. So you take Trae Young over LeBron?
Yes, he's younger and better.
Man, you crazy.
Better than LeBron.
What? Okay, so y'all take a 36 LeBron over a young Trae. Oh my goodness.
Yes.
Y'all talking about GM. Y'all just not good GM.
No, obviously if you're rebuilding, yes. We're talking about if you're going on a playoff run and you want to make a finals run, you take Trae Young over LeBron right now.
That's not a good question, guys. Who's on my team? Like, what kind of team I'm running with?
If you want to win now, man, if you want to win this year, who you taking? Trae Young or LeBron James?
Well, let's see. Look at this.
It's not no way.
What? No, look at this.
It's not no way.
Trae Young is up 1-0 on the 76ers. And, LeBron's sitting on the couch.
Okay, so you think if LeBron was still in the East, he would be out the playoffs right now?
He's definitely not being the Nets. He's not being the 76ers.
Okay.
Outside the Nets.
He's not being the 76ers. He's not beating the Bucks. Well,
the Hawks.
How the Hawks are playing, I don't know. Like,
the Hawks beat the Knicks, and he's beating the Knicks.
The Knicks, he probably beat the Knicks. Because seemed like Knicks was frauds. They definitely didn't show up.
Ben, let me ask you this.
Mm-hmm.
You consider Kobe a superstar, right?
Oh, absolutely.
So tell me, at one point in Kobe's career, did he carry his team to the playoffs?
The Suns?
Without
when he carried that sorry team, they barely got in. Remember, it was Dwight Howard, older Dwight Howard, Steve Nash, banged up Steve Nash, and they still made it.
No, it was 2. Remember, it was a couple years after Shaq left. They didn't make the playoffs at all, sir. So
yeah, they had Devin George. They had Devin George and Jordan Farmar in it.
You just told me he could carry a team.
It doesn't matter.
You just told me he could carry a team.
He wasn't able to carry his team to the playoffs. So no, he didn't. There was 2 years he did not make the playoffs.
Bro, LeBron won 60 games with Anderson Varejao.
I'm talking about now, guys. I ain't talking about y'all. I'm talking about the end of this career. I'm not talking about the middle. I'm not talking about 5 years ago or 4 years ago. I'm talking about now.
But based on your criteria,
that's not based on nothing because now you can choose that with anything. I'm talking about now. Like you can go back and say that about a Charles Barkley or a Shaq. They're going from the Cleveland Cavaliers to the Miami Heat to the Cleveland Cavaliers, like different teams. Like you can say that about any guy. I'm talking about at the end of that career at age 36, he's not on a superstar level he cannot carry a team at the age 36.
Because AD got hurt. Dude, his second best player was Dennis Schroeder.
That's what I'm saying. Like, at the age 36, he can't carry a team.
I can hear your argument that LeBron may not be a bona fide superstar anymore.
That's why I say he's not a bona fide superstar.
Reduce him as a common role player, man, that's
all right, he's an important role player.
Man, I'm not doing this with Dylan.
So you take Kuzma?
He's on the starting five. Huh?
You taking Kuzma?
Man, you know who you sound like right now? You know who you sound like right now? You sound like Max Kellerman.
Come on, man. Y'all thinking way too. Look, it's pretty simple, guys.
Y'all remember what Iguodala, what he said? Remember what Max Kellerman said? He's like, Game 7 on the line, I'm taking Iguodala over Curry.
Mine was not that bad night. But I'm saying, y'all thinking about this way too much. Y'all thinking about this. Just thinking about age 36. Y'all trying to tell me that he can carry a team at age 36.
That's not what we saying.
He'd been healthy.
That's what I'm saying, that he's not a superstar. He's not a bona fide superstar. His name gave him the credentials.
But he's not a role player. He does
all right. Let's talk about role player. All right. I'm not going to use the word role player. He's a leader on the team, okay? That can be multiple teams. But he's not a bona fide superstar. His name keeping him alive.
He's a bona fide superstar. I'm still taking him over. I'm taking him over 98% league. Thank you.
25, 8, and 8. 25, 8, and 8. He averaged 25, 8, and 8 this year.
Okay. But that's not.
And he was hurt.
It doesn't matter. They still almost missed the playoffs.
He was hurt.
He was hurt, and so was AD. How they gonna win with Alex Caruso? How they gonna win with Alex Caruso taking over the shifts? Taking over the ship. You can't expect that.
He built the team. He the GM. The blame going.
Man, it's so many players that should be offended by you right now, Ben. I mean, you insulting a man that averaged 25, 8, and 8.
Hey man,
talk about he a role player.
I'm just calling it like I see it. I'm just, If it's a cat, it's a cat. If it's a role player, it's a role player.
Stevie Wonder, bro.
I get 80% of the guys in the Hall of Fame are role players too, huh?
Man, y'all just living in the past. I see the future.
He won a ring not even a year ago.
That's not even a ring. That's an asterisk, bro. Everybody knows that.
And he averaged 30 while doing
it. Okay. In today's game, they averaged I don't know how many points. I mean, almost every NBA game they score over 100-some points. So that's not spectacular.
Is Tom Brady's ring an asterisk too?
It could be. A lot of them could be.
Oh my!
If you really go into it.
All right, bro. Oh yeah.
Spygate, the Flategate. It just where. No, I give him credit, but it depends on which fans look at it. They put asterisks by them rings,
Wow, bro.
I just know that the Lakers are. Look, let me rephrase that. I just know LeBron is sitting on his couch watching NBA Finals instead of playing in it. That's why I know.
I also know LeBron is sitting on probably a very, very nice couch that probably got far.
He's probably taking a dump. He's taking a dump on the gold toilet right now.
Hey,
I'm saying.
Guess what? He's sitting down. He ain't playing.
Well, he polishing his 4 championship rings and 4 finals MVPs too.
But he's still insecure.
How you gonna call a man insecure, bro? Come on, bro.
Yeah. Hey, I did play against that Curry team. Did y'all not forget that 73-win team that I played against?
Yeah,
very
people like you be forgetting. Calling him
who? I forgot who said that about that Golden State team. Did y'all not forget that team? Yeah, that's how you play against them. So that's why you saying that. Good job, bro. You showing your insecurities are showing.
You wild, dude.
You and this
Hey,
Matt guy, man. You and this Matt guy are whack.
Nah, me and Matt, we on the point. Todd know too.
Bro, Matt
Get Matt
did not
on here, man.
literally
We'll
mean
roast
that, bro.
Get Matt on here, we'll roast him.
Bro, Matt did not literally mean that, bro.
Yeah, we said it on the Twitch screen too, so everybody heard it.
And Matt must have been trolling something because he ain't no way.
Man, he made a valid point. I said, I'm gonna give you credit on the pod. All right, man. Yeah, any show notes? Kind of went over.
Nah.
I don't know, Ben. We may have to kick you off the basketball season.
I know you ain't talking your Kawhi Leonard takes.
They're valid, though.
Well, I don't take away from Kawhi Leonard's talent. Now.
Man, come on.
You call him insecure, bro.
He is insecure. He's an insecure, lady man.
Oh, see, bro.
Wow.
We never gonna get that Brian interview there.
Yeah, y'all can't. He just gonna require me to be out the room.
Nah.
Yeah, like I'm gonna say that's your insecurity showing, LeBron. That's why you want me out here.
All right, man. LeBron gonna catch you somewhere and do you like Mayweather did Logan Paul, whatever his name is.
No, he gonna do Ben like that dude did Nate Robinson.
Man, LeBron's over home. He ain't trying to fight nobody. All right, man. Any show notes? Anything y'all want to bring up? Right now the Suns are losing to the Jazz. No, to the Nuggets. What was the score? I lost the score.
65-57.
What is it?
65-58 now.
Dang, how did my scoreboard get messed up? Yep, 65-57. All right, so thank y'all for tuning in to our podcast, and hope y'all enjoy the content, even though these guys were being outlandish. But I'm glad I brought them back down.
Oh, God.
Wow.
Yeah, I can check us out on Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. Just type in VOS Forecast, and we'll pull up, like, and subscribe, and share our content. And next week, we're going to be taking callers, so this should be real interesting. So we're going to put out more detail about that. And, guys, have a good night. We out of here.
You are listening to Voice of the Fans Sportscast, brought to you by none other than the voices of the fans. Discussing football, basketball, news, trending topics. The one-stop shop for all things sports. Voice of the Fans Sportscast. Hosted by none other than Ben Swift Reynolds, Taylor Gatwood,